Robbie Williams Rewind.
Welcome to Robbie Williams Rewind. We are the champions. I'm Matt.
And I'm Lucy.
And along with help from special guests, we take you on an in-depth rewind through the solo career of multi-award winning singer, songwriter and entertainer Robbie Williams.
We've had so many requests for us to get today's guest onto the show.
Yes.
So we're very pleased that we've been able to make it happen. He's been winning over audiences all across Europe, joining Robbie on his massive stadium tour this summer with his band, The Lottery Winners. Please welcome the amazing Thom Rylance.
Hi.
Welcome, Thom.
Have people actually requested it?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Nerds. What do they want to talk to? What do they want to hear from me for? I've got nothing to say.
That's not true. You've got loads to say.
You were taken into the hearts of all the Robbie fans. We can assure you of that.
Oh, well, they have my heart too. That was the warmest bunch of audiences that I've ever played in front of. It was like, it's always a great challenge when you're the support act, especially in a place where you've never played before, to go and, try and win over a crowd. But everyone was just warm and loving the second we walked on stage. It was easy. It was dead easy.
Well, we'll hear a bit more about that as we go through with you, but we always like to rewind back to the beginning on this podcast, or quite a way back anyway. So please, can you tell us a little bit about your musical influences growing up and what made you want to learn guitar and perform and being in a band?
Yeah, well, God, it's a can of worms. Are you sure you want to open all of it? There's a lot. It's going to be like therapy.
We're ready. We're ready, Thom.
Okay. Well, I've always been like an alien child. Like, I've always felt like I never fit in anywhere and like I was broken. Just wild, undiagnosed ADHD, and no grown-ups around me seemed to understand that or know what it was. So I was always just the naughty child, the inconvenience, and I was always, that's what I believed I was as a human being. And I think that's, probably why I do this job that I do now, is because I need people to like clap at me, basically. I need affirmation. I need to know that I'm accepted in humanity.
Yeah.
But music came to me when I was in primary school. I'd been kicked out of one primary school and I didn't really have any friends. And I got sent to another primary school, and we went on this school trip to a place called Lowbank Ground, which is where everyone went like orienteering and going through woods and stuff like that. And I hated all that bit. But then at night there was like a disco and there was a karaoke thing. And I, along with Stephen Fish, who you probably know. No, you won't know. He's a chef now. We sang, and that was the first time that I felt like anyone had ever noticed me and clapped. They all clapped, and it felt amazing. And it was the first time I didn't really feel invisible. And the song actually was a Robbie song. It was Strong by Robbie, and I vividly remember my breath smells of 1,000 facts, like being a little kid doing that. And that was definitely a moment that uploaded something into my brain that was like, okay, this is you now. Like, this is how you get seen and how people like you. This is how to trick people into liking you. So that was a really big moment. And then as I got older and more awkward, I kind of discovered the Smiths and Morrissey, and it was like he was writing songs directly for me, about me, and Nirvana, and it was kind of all of the aliens to me, like Bowie, all these other people that I felt like were aliens too. They were all the ones that were on my wall, including Rob.
Oh. And what did Rob say to you when you first told him that story?
I don't know if I've ever told him.
Ah.
I don't think I ever have. I really just play cool with him, just act like he's not Robbie Williams. He's just my mate Rob. So, yeah, I sometimes just pretend I don't really know who he is.
And I must admit, UFO is one of my faves.
Yeah.
So you talk
Yeah.
about Alien, and I've heard you talk about that on stage. So that, when I hear that song, it's just so, I really, really love it.
Thank you.
I always did, even before I'd heard your story about it, actually, because obviously,
Yeah.
you know, the song does explore that, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just really
Thank you.
sends me to another place. I don't know what it is. It's something special about that song.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. It is about that. It's about like discovering music and how it could make me feel, and how that just took me to a different world. And that's what I was craving so badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it wasn't all bad. I didn't have like the worst childhood ever, and I'm really conscious of saying that, because I don't want
Yeah.
everyone to think that. Like, I did have really good times. You know, there were shiny stickers in the pack that I was dealt. But yeah, a lot of it was a bit sad.
Right.
And how did you start in the band, you know, getting into bands and things? Was that at school as well?
Yeah, well, I left school without really any qualifications, and even though I was always smart, I just couldn't do it. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I was like 16, leaving school. And the only courses that I could get onto was either like a drama course or a music course. And until one day before starting college, I was going to do a drama course, but I don't know how to act. And I just enrolled at music college so flippantly last minute.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of discovered that I wasn't terrible at it, because I could play guitar a little bit, but it wasn't, you know, and I'd been writing songs, but I'd never shown anyone. And I remember there wasn't many singers on our course, and I never wanted to be the main one. Like, even after, like, you know,
Right.
the whole like karaoke thing, and I was still very nervous and shy to stand up in front of anyone. I never wanted to be in the middle. I just wanted to play guitar at the side and mainly because I always thought that being in a band was like, it's like a gang. It's like a cool like group of. It's a thing to belong to, which I think is something that I'd always wanted, just a thing to belong to.
Yeah.
And but I remember we had to do like a college show, and there wasn't enough singers, and I somehow got roped into being the main one. And I said something right at the start. I just said, I can't remember what I said, but everybody laughed. And I was just like, oh, what? Yeah, okay. And then I said something else, and everybody laughed. And then I was like, oh my God, I love this. So that kind of was that. And very shortly after that, started up in bands with Rob, our guitarist, who I'd met at school at my new high. God, this is so much, isn't it? Like, I'll try and like cut it short.
No, it's
like,
good.
It's all right.
We want to rewind. We want to hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd met Rob at school, our guitar player, and he was also really into music. But I'd come with a bit of a reputation of being like the bad, naughty kid, because I'd been kicked out of one school, and he was the one that the teachers elected to show me around. So he was the first face that I saw when I went to that school, to the new school. And we used to play guitar together after school secretly, because I didn't want anyone to know I was mates with him, because I was cool and he was a nerd. I was this like naughty guy that had come in. He was like the nerdiest one. I can't. So, it was a chance to reinvent myself, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we just, you know, fell in love and became best friends, and then started a band when we were both at college that was awful, and just kind of carried on doing it.
Cool.
Wow.
So you may have two number one albums now, but you formed your band with Katie, Rob and Joe in 2008. So it's been a long path to get where you are now, hasn't it?
Truly, yeah. And I'm grateful for it, to be honest, because I think that sometimes artists get really thrown into a world that is very difficult and high pressure and crazy schedules without the kind of training for it. And I think that all those years were our training of how to be good on stage and how to deal with every kind of situation. You know, we've played to 70,000 people with Rob, but we've also played to 7 people in a pub that didn't want us to be playing, and everything in between. And it's like, I don't think you can do the 70,000 and if you've not done the 7.
Yeah.
Do you know? So yeah, it did take a long time, and it was hard, and there was a lot of sacrifice. You know, we're from a working class background, and we struggled for many years, but
Yeah.
it kind of worked out. And I hope that that can be an inspiration to anybody that feels like they're going around in circles, because I did for so many years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's given you a different level of understanding and appreciation and different view on, like you say, rather than being springboarded straight into the industry, you've kind of put the hard miles in.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of hard miles, and they're written all over my face. And I just feel old now. And that's why I'm in bed, because I've just done 5 shows in a row, and I'm
Wow.
exhausted.
Yeah, I bet.
Right.
So has there been times when you thought you've kind of reached the peak and then something else incredible happens, like a #1 album or going on tour with Robbie and then headlining your own stadium show, and then it suddenly just blows your mind again and everything just keeps getting better?
My mind is blown so regularly. I can't even I'm only just like settling into a thing that's happened, and then something else is around the corner, and it's so exciting, and I'm so grateful for it. You know, when Rob phoned me out of the blue, it was just one of those crazy moments that I'm just, and then you kind of have like a flashback of everything you've done, and what's got you to that moment, and I'm just so grateful for all of it. I'm grateful to him as well.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us about that phone call with Rob the first time, or how that happened?
Yeah. So I got a text off, or I got an Instagram DM off Rob's account, because he commented on a video, and I was just like, I'd seen it like 4 hours later or something, and I was in a hotel room in Leeds, and I was like, what the, Robbie Williams has commented on our thing, and I was like dead excited. I was like, I can't believe this. And then I responded and just put, oh my God, man, you don't know how much I love you. And he responded back saying, oh, I love you too. And I was just like, what is going on? And then I just got a DM asking for my number, and I was like, this has got to be some kind of prank, or it's a dream. It's a weird dream. And he just FaceTimed me, and he was in bed and I was in bed, and he was just like, oh, do you like being in bed? And I was like, I love being in bed. Do you like being in bed? And he's like, yeah. And we talked for about an hour and a half.
Aww.
And belly laughed and cried and like just everything. It was just this big kind of outpour of emotion and laughter and experiences and stories and everything. And we just really genuinely got on.
Yeah.
And he said to me at the end of the call, and it made me tear up, and it makes me tear up now thinking about it. He was just like, I've been down a bit of a rabbit hole with you and your band, and I've watched every interview that you've ever done. I've watched so many of your live videos, and I've really just been hyper focused on you for a few days now. And I just want you to know that you're an incredibly special person, and that you're very easy to. Oh God, it's making me.
Aww.
He said, "I'm a very special person. Sorry,
It's
I
okay.
think it's because I'm tired."
Yeah. No,
Take your time.
take a breath. You good?
He said, "I'm a very special person. I'm very easy to love." Yeah.
Wow.
Aw.
Which I think spoke directly to that kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you needed to hear.
Yeah, that sang strong. And it was like this full circle moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then loads happened after that. And I can't believe I've cried on your podcast.
It's
It's so
okay.
embarrassing.
It's all right.
not.
It is. It's so embarrassing. Why am I so emotional? I just want to be cool and hard.
Well, obviously, you were. I suspect you were quite taken aback by the level of empathy that Rob shows. I mean, I think, I'm not sure everyone realizes how empathetic and caring Rob really, truly is. A lot of people just see the public persona and obviously with doing the podcast, we've pretty much interviewed most people that he's worked with, band members, crew members, songwriters. And I think that's what always shines through with Rob is, the care is there. And
he cares so much about everyone.
yeah.
Like he really does. And he feels other people's pain and he wants to shine light on people. And he does, he really does. And yeah, I've got so much respect for him in like every way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't just want to gush over him because it's like, he's also just like genuinely my really close mate.
Yeah.
Now, and I'll take the piss out of him and he takes the piss out of me and he's wildly funny.
Yeah.
The funniest person that I know.
Yeah.
But also incredibly caring and beautiful and, oh my God, so annoyingly creative.
Yeah.
It is just wild. It just pours out of him constantly, and like I'll just be sat with him, and he'll just start like saying a poem, and I'll be like, "Oh, you didn't just think of that right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What?" And he's saying that while he's drawing something. I'm like, "Come on, man! Leave some for the rest of us."
So when did he ask you to go on tour with him? Was it very early on when you were friends?
We'd been chatting after that first phone call. I'd say we kind of just started chatting every day, just like text messages or like FaceTimes and stuff. And he was doing the Better Man, like the promo around the film. So he was kind of a bit burnt out and it was a lot for him. And he needed someone to kind of talk to about how like going through that. And I know what that feels like on a smaller scale anyway. And I think we just kind of became good for each other to not moan at, but just to kind of get some of that out. And because we both understood and the friendship just grew more and more. And then he was just like, "What are you doing this summer?" And I was like, "I don't know, mate. What are you doing this summer?" He's like, "I've got this big stadium tour. Do you want to come on it?" And I was like, yeah, I suppose we could do that. And yeah, obviously we jumped at it. It was like the greatest thing ever, and the best time of my life, bar none.
Yeah, and the chemistry worked. We could see it with you and Rob. We went to quite a lot of different shows. Yeah. We could definitely see it with you and Rob, but also Rob knew what he was doing, bringing you on and your band.
Yeah, because
you fit the show so very well. You were a great opener. And
perfect.
Yeah, and we want the energy, we want the fun, the banter, and you gave it both barrels. It was, you know what I mean? And so it worked so very well creatively.
Oh, I'm really glad you think so. I agree. I think it did. I think it was, it was a really good match.
It was.
Yeah.
And amazing that he found us, and people have said to me for years, because I don't think many people kind of do what I do on stage or what Rob does on stage, which is kind of more than just singing the songs. It's more of an entertaining thing, isn't it? It's like,
absolutely.
I want people to laugh. I want to take them on an emotional journey, and I want to be silly. I don't take myself too seriously. I'm not trying to be Alex Turner. I'm never going to be that. And I think Rob's very similar in that way. And we're both kind of happy to be the butt of a joke if it makes everybody laugh. And so in that way, I do think it works. And people have said to me way before all of this that I remind them of him. Mm-hmm. And that's a huge compliment because, I watched him from being a kid and I saw how entertaining he was. And that's what I wanted to do as well. And so it was, when people kind of compare me to him, I think that's a huge compliment. And whether that's on stage or just like the first time he FaceTimed me, I think for a while, none of the band believed that Robbie Williams was calling me, and they thought I was going through some kind of psychosis and that I'd like made it up. And it was all just a figment of my imagination. Because I was like, honestly, like, and we're mates. Like, honestly, like, he rings me a lot. And they're like, yeah, okay. And then he FaceTimed me one time when I was with Kate, and he just started rapping. Like the call, it just started rapping, and then I just started rapping back at him, and we were just like doing this battle rap, and then he was like, "All right, love you, see you," and I was like, "See you, mate." And it was like the end of the call, and Kate was just like, "Oh my God, you're exactly the same as each other." And I think that's really cool. I think our brains do kind of work a bit similarly.
Yeah, I'd say so.
We've probably got the same brand of ADHD.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it takes a lot to bare your soul and to like be yourself, be authentic, manage a stadium crowd. Think about what song you're singing. There's multiple. We talked about it with Rob before. There's so many layers going on. Yeah. When you're doing that, and the crowd connect with it and love it. But actually, when you really peel it back, there's a lot. You're doing a lot. you're making it look effortless, right? And I think that's what you have the ability to do, and Rob has the ability to do, and the crowd really connect with it.
Thank you. Sometimes it is effortless. It really is. It's really natural, and it's not even me. I don't know. It's someone. It's just this other man who, in my skin, that goes out and does it, and he turns up, and I'm so grateful for it. And it's rare that he isn't there. Like last night, I actually had a show he didn't turn up to. And I just had the voice in my head going, "Nobody's enjoying this. This is terrible. You look bad. You're really fat. No, everyone's going to leave after this one." And because of that, in a narrative, I was missing my cues. I forgot my lyrics, and it was just like I actually had a really bad time on the stage until I actually just told the audience. I was like, "Look, I don't think many people would do this, but I am having a bad time, and it's not you. You're great. It's just there's something in my head telling me that you're not enjoying this, and this is bad." And everyone, because there's such beautiful people that come to our shows. They really are. They really got behind me, and it kind of took it away. And then I ended the show and felt better. And but yeah, a lot of the time it can be effortless, and just some other man does it. Some other man that lives in my body, and I like him. He's really confident.
And you mentioned Better Man a moment ago. You attended the Better Man premiere.
Yeah, I did. That was my first ever film premiere, red carpet. And
how was that?
Well, that was the first time I'd met Rob in person.
Right.
So we'd been talking a lot, but and I felt dead special because obviously, like, there was just famous people everywhere, and I got my suit from a charity shop. I bet nobody else did. My suit was £5. And the people were taking pictures of me, and we watched the film, and it was obviously amazing. And then went to the after party thing, and I was in like the special VIP bit of the after party, and like Rob Brydon was there, and just like loads of really cool famous people. And I was just like, oh my God. And we watched him do the set. I watched him do the set with Vicky McClure, and we sang Feel together with our arms around each other, and we've made really good friends now from that. And that was the first time that I'd met her. And then just like, there was loads of people there, but someone came over and was just like, "Oh, Rob just wanted to know if you wanted to go down and into his dressing room and have a chat." And I was just like, "Me?" Yeah. And so went and met him for the first time, and met Ida, and just got on, had a great laugh, had a chat. I had this little brooch of a banana that I'd got, and I gave him that, and he put it on his suit, which was probably worth ridiculous, to even put a pinhole in it with this charity shop banana thing that I gave him. And he still got that. And yeah, it was just, the start of this incredible thing. Yeah. I think I hate gushing about him publicly, but he knows how I feel about him. But, he's changed my life in loads of ways.
Yeah. What a poignant moment for that to happen as well. I mean, that was, incredible.
So going towards the tour, as you were part of the acoustic set, did you have to attend the tour rehearsals? And how surreal was that? Yeah,
so I didn't go to the Coventry. I think they did some I don't know if I should have said Coventry, but I think they did. I don't know if that is public knowledge, but they did some rehearsals. It might have been Coventry. I don't know. And I didn't go to those, but that we went down to Edinburgh the day before.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went actually. The rest of the band were doing something, and that was like the first time I'd seen him as part of the tour, and I was just in catering, like there was a catering tent, and I was eating my dinner, and like he walked in just looking so cool, and I just kind of put my head down like that a little bit because I was still so shy. We'd spoken a lot on the phone, but still when he's there in real life, like I hadn't got used to that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still really surreal, and he walked in the room, and I kind of noticed him and put my head down, but then he noticed me and he went like this, like that, and I went like that, and he just came and sat next to me, and we had our dinner together, and then it was just after that kind of starstruck feeling I think went,
Yeah.
and it was just like, oh, it's Rob, and yeah, it was so good. There wasn't a bad moment on that whole thing. And it wasn't just Rob that made it so special. Like every single person on stage, behind it, in front of it, every single person, the crew are just incredible. Leo, I just love Leo. We're such close mates now. And, the whole band, Carl, me and Carl talk all the time.
Yeah.
What an incredibly talented man he is.
Yes.
And I get to send him songs and see what he thinks about them, and just everybody.
Yeah.
The singers.
We were going to
everyone.
ask you about Leo actually when you brought him on stage in Helsinki. That was a very special moment because we were with his mum then, and it was beautiful.
Oh God, he's like, oh my God, mate, I loved it. I can't tell you, I was so nervous going on, but I absolutely loved it. It was just I'll never forget that. I can't believe it. It's only the second time I played guitar in front of people. It was at a stadium.
Love that. His mum was absolutely on cloud nine and beyond. I mean,
we knew she was there, so we were like, right, come on, mate, let's go.
All of us were. It was very special. Yeah. Spreading the love.
He's so cool, Leo. He was like the coolest member of our band. So handsome and cool, and such a talented photographer.
Yes.
I do a little bit of photography, so he's been like mentoring me through that as well, and just like, wow, he's so talented.
Yeah.
And did Robbie offer you any advice before the tour started?
Oh, just so much. Like I couldn't even begin to.
Right.
It's like every day I'll speak to him and he'll ask me how I'm feeling, and if something is like getting on top of me, we'll just talk it through. And he's honestly like a therapist as well as like
yes.
I don't want to say best mate. I won't put those words in his mouth. I'll let him say that. But, as well as a really close friend, he's like a therapist too. He's just so wise, and he's done everything that I want to do on like a bigger scale. He's felt those feelings, and I think he's talked publicly a lot about getting to the top of the mountain and realizing that nothing's there, like. And but he'll tell me about that, but understand that I am still climbing the mountain. I'm desperate to get to the top. He really gets it. He gets it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
So what was it like stepping on stage in Edinburgh on opening night on a stadium stage for the first time?
It was, how was it? How did I feel? We were really scared and nervous. We didn't know how people would respond to us. Also, on the first few shows, Rag and Bone Man was on as well.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure everybody agrees we didn't need.
We do agree.
We do agree.
I'm joking.
No, we mean it.
Lucy.
Sorry, it's true. It brought the mood down.
It was a different level of energy.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
No offence to him.
Respect him as a singer.
No shade on
No.
but I don't think any other act was missing when we were the main support. That's how I'll say it. But so it was kind of early when we went on, so it was a little emptier on the shows where there was also Rag and Bone Man and Elbow in Dublin.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was still so scary. But then I was more nervous about getting up with him and doing the songs with him.
Yeah. How did that go the first night? Right on the B
yeah,
stage?
it went well. It went all right. And after that, then I was kind of all right with it because he's very disarming as a person anyway. So as soon as I looked at him, and I think he could kind of tell I was a bit nervous, and he just put his arm on me. You know, I was just like, "No, we're all good here." Yeah. But he was just, oh my God, what if I forget everything? What if I forget how to play guitar? What, you know, just all the things that go through your head.
Yeah.
And we were doing like Love Be Your Energy at that time, which is my all-time favourite Robbie song. So that was nice.
That C stage moment was genius.
Oh yeah, C stage, not B stage.
Yeah,
I said
we're talking C, aren't we?
Yeah,
We're
C
talking
stage,
C.
yeah.
Rob always wanted a C
Yeah.
stage, and he got his C stage, and you were on it. It was quite a moment.
Yeah.
In every place that we saw it, and I think the fans appreciated that.
Being close.
Yeah, having that.
Yeah, it was good when we did it. When we like did the rehearsal, just for like the sound people. That's when he said like, "Oh, we're like a double act, like Cannon and Ball," and I said, "Yeah, Ball and Ball," and he went Ball and Minge, and that's like where that came from, and then that stuck for like the first
Brilliant
few shows, like so that was just us like being stupid, really. But then the more we did it, like we kind of didn't. We went completely off script, and then loads of mad stuff happened. We got chased by a wasp, and like you know, loads of stuff. So they were like definitely my favourite parts. And then when Kate started doing the bit as well, the Lulu bit, it was just so surreal. That was, you know, I was so proud of her, and she was so nervous about doing that. I can't tell you how nervous she was, and Rob knew that, and he kind of like sat down with her and just said how proud he was and how he could see her confidence growing. And after that, she was just like, she started wearing like sequins, and she was out there, you know, like kicking and whipping her hair. And like after that chat with Rob, I saw a whole new side of Kate, who I've known for, you know, 18 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she did great. Yeah.
He really does have a knack of bringing the best.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah.
He really does. Yeah.
That's lovely. Oh. She was amazing as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Not as good as me, though. I was the main one. A lot of people were saying that I was better.
Let's bring it back to you. Let's not veer too far off. You joked that you weren't allowed on the walkway on the B stage on the first night. Now, were you really, because a lot of artists are told not to go on the B stage, were you really told you weren't allowed to go down there? Or?
No, we didn't think so.
No,
we liked what
I
you
asked
said.
his permission, though.
Oh, you did? Right.
I was like, is it cool for me to go down the thrust? He's like, mate, yeah. Do your thing. You know, some acts will give you less PA. They'll make you quieter. They won't give you any screens.
Yeah.
They won't give you any lights. They'll, you know, not like that at all. He's like, go for it. And then the first time I did, I don't know if you've seen, like, I did Angels.
Yeah.
Which obviously you can't do. Like, if you're the support act, do not do the main band's like biggest tune.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But I did it the first night, and I kind of just did it like flippantly. And he was obviously listening, and he like came and found me afterwards, and he was just like, "That was amazing! It was incredible! Like, do that. I love it."
Oh yeah, that was really
which
funny.
is so good.
It was.
And then there was like later in the tour, started like a prank on him where when I walked out, I made everybody like really cheer too much, and I'm like, the first reaction, the first time I did that was real. Like, he had no idea. And then he was like, you've got to do that every night. That is just like absolutely incredible. So
yeah, he's on board with the comedy, isn't he?
yeah.
So yeah, we went to the Dublin show, which was outstanding, and you cried on stage then, didn't you?
I don't really ever cry. I don't know.
No.
I don't know where you've heard that sick rumor.
What happened
they were
there?
just, I don't know, something about that show
Yeah.
and the energy in that stadium was like nothing I've ever experienced. It just felt like pure love. Like it really did. And, not when Elbow were on, but when we were on and when Rob was on. It was a bit dull when I love Elbow. I'm
It was
joking.
dull.
I'm just bitter when we weren't the chief bridesmaid. But
But you're speaking the truth.
but yeah, like when Rob was on, I went out and just watched from like in the crowd because I just wanted to be a part of it, and it was just so overwhelming. Just how much everybody was having a great time. And then when I got up, and then he got Garen up, didn't he?
Yeah.
And his the reaction to him
Never
is
seen
what
a
gave me
reaction
the
like
idea that I wanted that reaction, which is why I then on the next shows made the crowd do it.
Love that.
But he'd been going through some stuff as well, and the fact that Rob did that for him was such a big moment for him, and it turned him round, and that's just another example of what Rob can do. And so that was kind of emotional, and then I had to get up straight after that, and everyone just cheered, and we were singing I don't know, one of the songs, Better Man, I think it was actually, and I put my head on his arm, and just it hit me in that moment where I was, who I was with, everything that had happened to get there, and I just lost it. Yeah, I was gone, and he noticed, and are you crying? I was like, yeah, and he gave me a big hug, and yeah, it was a lot. It's a lot. Like there's a lot of emotions, and I find it really overwhelming sometimes, but in a really good way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that show we've been to a lot. How long have we been following Rob? 20.
However long.
Yeah, a long time, since 1998. Probably the best one we've ever been to.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the bands say the same. A lot of the crew say the same. Rob said it. And we've heard Rob say, "Oh, this is my favourite," but we can tell when he's really being genuine. And I think
he meant it.
We knew that.
Yeah,
night.
we had a big debrief after it. Yeah, he really meant it. Like that was his favourite time ever on stage, ever.
I don't think we've ever really felt anything quite like that. I think it felt like every single person in the whole stadium was singing.
Yeah.
And a bit more in tune than some places as well. And it was just, you could feel it. And it was,
it's amazing.
It's going to be hard to beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to do it though, won't we?
Oh, yeah.
I hope there's more. I'm sure there will be. He keeps mentioning it. But I haven't been like, well, when?
So he's always working on multiple projects. You know that. You probably know that more than us. He's got so many irons in the fire and so many different things, as you said, with his creativity. So who knows what the future could hold.
So many projects. They're just so like a different thing every day he sends me.
So you mentioned before the tour that you were speaking with Rob quite a lot, sometimes 4 to 5 times a week on the phone. And you talked about what it was like, being in person with him. I mean, obviously that must have been slightly different. And you also accompanied him on his private jet to the FIFA World Cup in New Jersey. I mean, that is like another level. How was that?
Yeah, I know, it was stupid. We stayed in like the Ritz-Carlton hotel, like stuff that I'm not used to. I'm from Lee, near Wigan, and I'd actually been on a private jet before because I went to hang out with him for a few days, but like nothing like that. Like the FIFA one, you know, just like, this is a new world for me. And it was so weird, but just so amazing. But it's like, he is so grateful too. Like, he's not sat on that jet going like, well, oh, these peanuts aren't very nice. He's like, can you believe this? This is so cool, isn't it? And I'm like, I know, it's so cool. And like, it's still like that for him, which is so
Oh,
nice. And
yeah.
like, and I think that he enjoyed experiencing it through my eyes as well.
Mm.
And how much it meant to me.
Yeah.
Which it really did. It was dead cool, that. And he smashed it on the stage, on the pitch.
He did. Yeah.
Was there a moment when you were on stage or just with Rob somewhere and you thought, okay, this is peak Robbie Williams?
This is fake.
Do you know what? No, not on stage. I think Rob has spoken about this, so I'm not going to get in trouble for saying it, but he spends a lot of time in hotel rooms.
Mm-hmm.
He travels the world, but he spends a lot of time in hotel rooms because he's Robbie Williams. And it's not easy for him to just go out and go to a restaurant or go and hang out. And I think that can be quite lonely. And I've spoken to him about it, and he said that he would no way trade the fact that he gets to be so creative for a living for his children and provide everything he does to be able to go to Aldi or the Trafford Centre. You know, like, he doesn't moan about it, but it can be lonely. And we were somewhere in Germany, and I managed to persuade him to come out to an arcade, and he did, and I couldn't believe it. And we went out for some food, and then we went to an arcade together. And that was my favourite moment of the whole tour, because we were just playing Pac-Man and basketball games and throwing balls at clowns, and really competitive, by the way.
Yeah.
And, you know, just like, and I am as well. So we're like really going for it. And the whole thing was like me versus him on all the games. And he had the best time. I could see it in his face. He just loved it so much. And so that was like my peak
Oh,
moment with Robbie. Yeah.
yeah. That's really nice. And on days off on the tour, you were even flying off back to the UK and places to perform at other festivals. You just never stopped.
Yeah.
How did you handle the exhaustion?
It was a lot. It was hard, but it was great. We did like Latvia, and then flew to the next day, play Kendall Calling on the main stage, you know, like third from the top, I think, or second from the top. So it was like a big show for us, one of our biggest UK festival slots. And then I had to fly back the next day to play in Lithuania or Latvia. I don't even know where they were, but it was a lot, you know, and very little sleep. But it's just so worth it. Just so worth it. And I thrive on that. And it kind of feels like we've not really stopped since. We've had a couple of weeks off, and then we were straight back into it, you know. And he said that he's not seen a schedule like ours since he was in Take That, you know, and he kind of like recognizes how hard it is.
Yeah. So did you have a standout show in terms of the atmosphere or a memorable moment?
Can't remember where it was. One standout for me, the last show we ended up doing was Sofia in Bulgaria, and that was like so good. It was just, I mean, there's so many of them were.
Yeah.
They really were. But yeah, that was like, we did 10 out of 10. Like, I'd say things and people laughed. Sometimes it was sometimes audiences in Europe can be a little more polite, and sometimes the language barrier can get in the way.
Yeah.
But there didn't seem to be one there. And everything I said, people found hilarious, which always really helps.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really loved that one. But Vienna also was amazing. Really liked it there. I mean, there was just so many.
Yeah.
It's so hard to pick. It kind of has just blended into this one amazing thing.
Did you have a favourite venue, maybe somewhere that was like really like cool looking out upon?
To play Croke Park was incredible, but I don't think I'm allowed that one, am I?
You can say that one.
The second night in Manchester was was really amazing. Some of them were really scenic, and that was amazing. But I mean, every single show was full,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's, if there's loads and loads of people, then that's the best thing ever for me.
Yeah.
I love showing off.
We noticed. And so did the fans, right? So Robbie fans like to bring banners to the show.
Oh,
and there were
yeah.
some for you.
Yeah, we had banners.
Were there any fan interactions that stood out and really made you laugh? I mean, there were quite a few from what I saw.
Yeah, there was some really funny banners that I just loved. I just loved that they were there. The blow up toms. Did you see the blow up toms?
Yes.
There's a few times people had blow up dolls of me, which I think is well funny. And one of them has ended up on the Robbie touring cruise. One of the cases, it's like strapped to it, and there it will live forever. But yeah, I mean, what an amazing group of fans. What just really there to have a great time.
Yeah.
And obviously with great taste in music because they liked us. And just what an amazing group of people and an amazing world to be invited into.
Yeah.
The fans
So
put a
good.
lot of investment into being on that front row. I can assure
Oh, I
you
know.
probably saw, it's like
Yeah,
people
there's
are
all
there
kinds of like queuing systems
Oh, yeah.
and like numbering and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
a lot of, I know.
Yeah.
It felt pretty cool to just be able to saunter in and out of it. Show my pass.
But the fact is, when you come out with that energy, right, and interact with everybody, that's what we want.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that certainly you probably see more than we can because we're on the front row generally. You can see much further back, but we want that energy, and you gave it, and that's everyone comments on your your banter and your style and your connection. People love that, and I think we were on your first show in Scotland, Edinburgh. Yes, we were seated because we were with our daughter, with Lucy's mum, and we felt a million miles away from you.
Yeah.
But then when we came, we still felt it. But then when we came to the next one, we were at the front, and the energy is completely different. But
It is, and it's like I can kind of gauge what's going on at the front. As the artist on stage, I can gauge that everybody's having a good time there.
Yeah.
But you do worry and wonder about all the people in the stands or the people at the back.
Yeah.
But then you kind of do something like an arm movement, and then the dance thing that we did,
Yeah.
and then you notice that every single person front to back is doing it. It is just like a wild, incredible feeling, and just it makes you feel kind of powerful. And that was something that I always wanted. And I forgot to mention before when we were talking about my influences, I was obsessed with Queen and Freddie Mercury, and watching the Live at Wembley thing when I was a kid. And that's what I wanted to stand there and go, "Oh, we here is," and have everybody do it. And then when everybody does it in a stadium, it is an incredible feeling. It really is.
Yeah, I can't imagine. So did you learn anything about yourselves as a band from the scale and logistics and madness of the tour?
Yeah, I always knew that we were willing to work hard, but I learned how strong we are and capable, and how we can function on very little sleep and still give it everything every night. And I was dead proud of us and my mates. And, we did the whole thing with like 2 members of crew, which is crazy.
Wow.
We just had Charlie, who also plays with us
Yeah.
in the band, and a front of house.
Crikey.
And then occasionally our own photographer. Sometimes we bring in like a local photographer when it works out cheaper. So we did like the whole thing so stripped down.
Wow.
We were doing a stadium show with 2 helpers, which nobody else would do. It was ridiculous, really.
Yeah.
But that, it was us. Like, as soon as we got off stage, we were around the back of the stage hurling everything into cases, pushing it down the thing, pushing it onto trucks. Like, we didn't just stop. Like, we didn't just go and saunter and lie down on a chaise lounge, as Rob calls it. And then we'd
Wow,
go
that's crazy.
straight from doing that. And amazingly, Rob used to invite us in for his huddle, and, which is an incredible place to be. The energy in there is as good as Dublin, just in that room is so nice.
So you join the huddle every night?
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that.
Which is dead cool.
Yeah.
Dead nice.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
Do you think that the tour has changed things for the lottery winners' future? I mean, that's a slightly rhetorical question, but I'd love to hear what you think.
Yeah. Oh, springboarded us massively. We doubled our followers. We genuinely, I went out on stage in Europe at some of the gigs, and because we booked shows, headline shows in most of the places, which is on the tour we're on now. So after we've done the UK bit, we go to Europe and we play all the same places in smaller venues. And genuinely, before the shows, before we went on stage, we'd sold like 12 tickets for each show. And then an hour after coming off stage or after the show, they were sold out.
Wow.
It was like either sold out or we had to upgrade the room, and then that sold out. And so now we've got a sold out European tour, which is so hard to break into that territory. How do you even do that? It costs so much.
Yeah.
In radio pluggers, PR, advertising, blah, blah, blah. But Rob just let us have 45 minutes of being ourselves in front of 60,000 people, and that worked. So
amazing.
Cool.
Love that.
So yeah, I mean, already it has completely changed everything. And I wrote a pretty amazing song the other day and sent it to him, and he was like, "Oh my God, please let me sing on this." So more on that soon.
Ooh.
Love to hear
Exclusive. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So did you get the post-tour blues when the tour ended? And especially
Yeah,
as you didn't get to go to the final planned gig. You didn't get to say goodbye to
that was
everyone.
sad that Istanbul didn't happen, because we didn't have like the last night, the goodbye.
Yeah.
We'd got everyone presents. Like, me and Rob have this thing. I think he posted about it on his Instagram, where we'll text each other and we'll be like, "What trophies have you earned today?" And it'll be, like, I chose the healthy option, or I made someone smile at a cash desk, or, like, just small achievements throughout the day. And we always said that, we kind of like, he didn't credit me on the Instagram post, whatever, but it was like, we kind of came up with that together. Like, life was like a video game, and you've got to get these like achievement points. And so I got him this trophy, this really big, beautiful trophy that just said, "World's Greatest Entertainer, Robert Peter Williams." And I was really, really wanting to give him that on that last night, but I didn't get to.
Oh, sad.
So yeah, it was a little bit sad, and it kind of felt like the wind was taken out of the sails on it a little bit. But having said that, it did mean that the last show was the Sofia one, which was my favourite. So it kind of was bittersweet.
Right, yeah.
And again, it's not the end, I hope.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the the small shows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go to them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be nice. Hopefully we'll see you on stage with Rob, maybe. Although, I guess he's got the set list planned out already. So,
well, who knows?
Yeah, I'll definitely be there in the crowd. I don't know about on stage, but I'm looking forward to seeing him in the small rooms. It's going to be incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we were very lucky to go to Dingwalls, weren't we? We weren't.
Yeah, I had a stupid gig. No, I was away. I I stayed in Turkey for a little bit after the show. After it was supposed to be the show, to try and transition back into it, and miss Dingwalls. But I spoke to him literally before and after he went on stage, and I was gutted to miss that one.
Yeah.
Never, well, not never. I haven't seen him quite so in the genuine, authentic zone as that night. My goodness, he was on another level. You could you could feel it, see it, I mean, he always is, right? But he always
Yeah.
gives it his all. But there was something else about that show. It was so yeah, the rest of them are going to be so good. He's just blown it out the park with that. And it's such a good, I mean, you gave him the idea.
Well,
You know, he didn't credit
it was
you for that
Angie.
idea,
Angie
right?
read it.
He doesn't
Angie,
really
yeah,
credit
okay.
anyone for ideas, does he, that Rob? I'll say something brilliant and he'll go, I was thinking that same thing just before you.
There's something in creativity about, the biggest form of flattery is, no, not stealing, is it? I don't know.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
something like that, isn't it?
about-
Yeah, no.
But,
No,
yeah.
yeah, he's amazing.
And so coming up, you've got your own biggest ever headline stadium show on the 30th of May in your hometown of Lee. How
Guess
does
who
it
gave me the
feel?
confidence to do that?
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that wasn't on the cards until you met Rob. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to be following in the footsteps of Elton John and Lionel Richie playing there?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're the only two that ever have. And we'll be the first band and not like solo artists to play there. So I
Yeah.
think that's pretty cool. And the first, we're from the area.
Yeah.
We're the first band from Lee that's ever had a #1 record, and we've done that twice.
Yeah.
And we'll be the first band from Lee to play there. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. And it's already nearly sold out. Like, so close, really.
Yeah.
And I just thought, this is a huge mistake. What are we doing? And it flew straight away. And it was so exciting. And Billy Ocean's now playing the night before. And I just think that's really cool for my hometown. And, I don't want to take all the credit, but Billy Ocean wouldn't be playing the night before if we hadn't have said, no, we're doing this show. Like, let us do this. We'll put in all the production. We'll put a stage and a PA and blah, 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 blah. And that kind of opened the door for a show the night before and the show the night after.
Right.
So we, in a way, have brought, these big shows to our hometown, which is, a place where nothing really happens. So I'm proud of that as well.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
exciting.
that's a beautiful thing.
And I hope everybody in the town thanks me in person for it.
So I think also you've been writing music with Rob, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Well, like I said, he's just like a ridiculous ball of creativity. So there's not really a moment where we're not coming up with something, and whether that's like a song or ideas for some of his art, or just like hopium designs or anything really, poems, just funny things, jokes. We were kind of just like making stuff up the whole time, which is very much my favorite world to live in, just making stuff.
Yeah.
I can't really go to bed at the end of a day if I haven't made something. And I feel like he's similar to me in that way. And so, yeah, we were making a lot of stuff together, and some of it was music, and some of it's really good.
Well,
which I'm
hopefully
excited
we'll get to hear some of it.
Yeah. Well, the one I wrote the other day, there's something really special about that.
Excellent.
Looking forward to that. The chemistry that you two have got, I mean, the fans are interested in
Yeah.
in what you're going to come up with. So
Definitely.
we'll be waiting for that. And
Just got to wait until his stupid album's out.
It's taking forever.
yeah, hopefully the date's locked in there now.
Yeah.
No more
But,
Taylor
oh my
Swift
God, what an
albums.
incredible album, though. I guess
Yeah.
we've heard it in full at
Yeah.
Dingwalls.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I actually had quite a bit to do with the track listing on it as well, because we were like brainstorming that, and there was a song that's on the album that wasn't on the album, and I was like, what are you doing? That is such a great song.
Is
Put it
that
on the
one,
album. And he was like, okay, Carl.
I wonder if that's the one that Carl wanted on the album.
Yeah, because when we did the listening party,
Yeah.
Carl petitioned to have
Forgotten
a
the name of it.
particular
Selfish
one on
Disc. Selfish Disc.
So it was Selfish Disco, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't that one.
Oh, it wasn't that
okay.
one. Okay.
But there's so many great ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've never met someone who can so instantly come up with poignant, witty, rhyming lyrics.
Oh.
Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, I literally play some chords and he'll just come up with something, and the melody's great and the lyrics are all amazing, and it's just out of like
Yeah.
I can do it a bit, but not quite as good. You know what I mean? So it was like, wow, very inspirational to me.
Yeah.
Morrissey. Didn't mean Joey Morrissey.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's what a song.
It's just that's a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sent me that ages ago, and I was so excited for it because I'm obviously a huge Smiths and Morrissey fan.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So, and you've released a new single, Your Last Song. So we enjoyed hearing that in Oxford the other night with you.
Thank you.
Can we expect a new album next year?
Yeah. What year is now? 2025.
25.
Yeah.
So it's 26 next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll start releasing singles and probably put something out early 27 album wise.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get a hit song. That's it. That's the next thing is we're gonna have a hit song. We must be the only band with 2 number 1 albums and a headline stadium show that have never had a single hit song. So wait, it's coming.
That's the goal.
Yes.
We're putting the energy behind that for you and everybody listening as well.
And Rob's
Yes.
gonna help because he's, in his words, shits hits.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
So I think we've already asked you this. Well, you've already told us, but as we ask all our guests, what's your favourite Robbie song?
It is Let Love Be Your Energy and has been for so long.
Right.
But there was something about Feel on the tour that just made me cry every night.
Yeah.
And like everybody
Beautiful.
cries in Angels, but Feel just before it, I was just, I mean, not really a crier, but I did do some crying to Feel. It's just what an amazing song.
It is.
There's so many though.
Oh, yeah.
There's just so many amazing songs.
Yeah.
Just shit's hits.
He does.
Yeah.
What's yours? What's yours 2 favourite?
Well, I like the 90s on Rude Box.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. I know you'd pick a cool like obscure one, of course. Feel.
Well, we've both got
but-
mainstream ones, and then we've both got cool obscure
I would say
ones,
that
yeah.
Feel is probably Feel or Come Undone would be.
Yeah,
Undone.
ma-
What
Come
an
Undone would be
amazing
mine for the mainstream ones,
Yeah.
definitely. It just gets me every time. But Raver, so he's got Under the Radar album.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Raver, if you haven't heard that, listen to
I have.
Raver.
Yeah, it's great.
That's just brilliant.
Yeah.
And there's so many on his Under the Radar that he should have really put out there, and he often talks to us and the fans about that. He's like, oh, yeah, I really should have put Gold,
Numb.
There's so many.
Maybe you could just let me have some of them. One
There
could
you
be a
go.
hit.
Well, Tom, thank you for your time. It's been a delight to have you on the show, and we really appreciate it. And I would encourage everyone to check out the Lottery Winners' new single, Your Last Song, and get tickets for the London warm-up show. And also go to their stadium headliner. You heard from Tom, it's nearly sold out in the hometown of Lee on the 30th of May.
Yeah.
What else do we need people to do, Tom?
Just love themselves. Love yourself. Everybody love yourself.
That's good advice, definitely.
Thanks so much for having me. I've really
That's all
loved
right.
this. It's been a really nice chat. You've taken me right back to it. Because obviously now it's finished and we're doing our own tour, and it's great to be on our own tour, and I think I mentioned on stage, be the bride and not the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
But we were the bridesmaid in some pretty beautiful wedding venues. So you kind of you took me back to them. So thank you for that, and taking me back to the moment, that first phone call. I hadn't thought about that for a while.
Yeah.
I think that's why I got emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so much has happened since then.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing your story. What a beautiful journey you are on and continue to be on. So wishing you well for that hit coming up.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. I'm going to be so famous. Just wait.
Thank you, Tom. Cheers.
Thank you.
Robbie Williams Rewind.